Yeah. Well, I guess how is the preseason? It's starting. I mean, you
Oh,
guys
it's
are
here.
playing so soon. Have you been able to accomplish what you need to accomplish so far to get the team ready to go?
I thought so until about an hour ago when we worked out inside. But you know, it's hard to go back inside. Of course, we were outside last weekend. You know, we're going to be outside when we play real games.
Right.
We're going to be outside when we practice in Vegas on Thursday. That's still not an excuse. I didn't think we handled the ball very well inside. So I know they're excited to play. Up until today, we've really had some good practices. And, you know, you get really close to it and your mind's all over the place. And
Yeah.
we're all trying to do last minute things, yet the last minute things are to go play softball. So I will be reeling them back in when we go downstairs. That's why they're waiting to hear from me.
Very good.
Yep.
What I think you've got to replace. You've got a couple hitters back who hit for average last year, but just replacing some power. Where do you? How do you foresee where you're going to get your production offensively going into this year?
That's a good question. You know, number one, we have Ashley Cantu back at leadoff, and she did a really nice job for us as a freshman, and I think she hit right around the 400 mark in the Big East. So that's a good place to start. Anytime you have a solid leadoff hitter, that's a nice place to start. You're going to see there's a couple returners that I think are going to step up, and then we have some key transfers and some key freshmen as well. So, but I think more importantly, you're going to hopefully the goal every year. But I see an opportunity for production up and down the lineup where, you know, so I think those numbers will probably be spread out amongst more people than maybe just one or two people doing some good things at the plate. But, you know, we have some transfers like Kelly Finan was at Long Beach State and Hope Moreno, who transferred in from UTEP. You know, she was 3 years at UTEP, so she transfers in with 1 year of eligibility.
Right.
She transfers in as a senior. So, you know, you have two kids there who D1 players and both, you know, Hope especially has been pretty consistent over her 3 year career. Kelly had a really good freshman year at Long Beach State and was a little bit up and down last year. So those are two D1 starters that are transferring in your program. That's a good place to start with those kids. And then we have some newcomers that are going to step in and help us right away. Caitlin Hunt was a transfer who was pretty much a full-time starter at UNO last year. Now she's going to be at a different position for us. She was a catcher for them and will most likely be in the middle of our infield for us. And so we have some newcomers, but also some newcomers that have some experience.
That when you're meshing in newcomers and freshmen and sort of figuring out that blend, that perfect blend to create, I don't know, the culture that you want.
Right.
How difficult is it? Is it still kind of a work in progress at all? Do you need games to do it? I don't know.
This team and the culture that this team has so far is really good. They like each other. They like to practice. It's a excited group and it's a happy group. Now, it's more enjoyable for me to show up and practice every day because of that, and they're having fun. Now, you know, now the competition starts and the playing time happens, and you know, so you mix in all those other things, and you know, it's important that all of that continues because everybody wants to be in the starting lineup. Yet, you know, we can have 10 at a time, and so how they handle some of those and how they handle, I think you're going to see us at least early on probably give more opportunities for people to start than we have in the past. I think you could see, certainly the first tournament out, you could see 5 or 6 new people start second game out. So I think that's 2 reasons. I think number one, I think there's people that have earned it, and I think we have good depth, and then I think we're going to continue to do that to prepare us for Big East. And what I've told them is, you know, when you look to bring in a pinch hitter off the bench, and you potentially could bring a pinch hitter off the bench who has multiple starts, that's a really valuable asset to have. And so we're looking to do things like that. But I think it's because we have enough depth and quality depth that we can do it. It isn't because of an uncertainty. I just think we have that many people that can contribute.